Beryl hit some of us harder than what we expected. Financially, some people are struggling to recover and survive through this disaster. As with every disaster, if that is you or someone you know, you don't have to go through this alone. There are resources out there for you. In the studio now to talk about it, what's available is certified public accountant Lucy Petry. Glad to have you here on The Factor Uncensored. Most people are focused on FEMA. Will FEMA provide any assistance? And we're talking about financial assistance. Yes. So many people want to know that, Lucy.
Yeah, so we are hoping and waiting that this disaster becomes a federally declared disaster. Once that happens, then funds are released to FEMA so that FEMA can distribute these funds to those who are affected by the storm. You may also make SBA loans, emergency loans available to the individuals.
And that's more for the businesses, though, right?
That is for the small businesses that may have lost inventory or have damage or things like that. So that would be great as well.
Now, you mentioned that President Biden said today, address this issue.
That is correct.
And tell us about that.
Yeah, so they are working with the state because there's some work that needs to be done between the state and the federal government to declare a disaster. So right now they're saying that they didn't contact each other in politics, but they are working on it. Hopefully in the next few days we'll have.
And so when that is done, then people can apply for that FEMA financial assistance that they may need.
That is correct. The money that they so desperately need.
Now, in the meantime, there are urgent needs out there in the community. So you have compiled a list for us here on The Factor.
Yes.
So what can we get our hands on before or until FEMA assistance arrives?
Yeah. So food assistance, first and foremost. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine if you don't have food or you lost all the food in your fridge? The Red Cross, the Houston Food Bank, and 211 United Way will help you with food. Now, the Red Cross, most importantly, if you have SNAP, food stamps, they are going to replace the funds in your card so that you can repurchase the food from right before the storm. So that is very important. If you are on SNAP assistance, make sure that you contact the Red Cross and get those funds.
Okay.
Yeah, so very important.
What's else on our list tonight?
So the shelters and cooling centers are open. And if you don't have gas, you cannot get to those places. They will arrange it for you, so you don't have to worry about transportation to get to those places. Now, also prescription assistance.
Let's not forget that about our seniors in the community.
So important, right?
And I'm sorry, is it only seniors or is it everyone?
No, it's anybody. Anybody.
Well, I might need some. I got to take my blood pressure pills.
So look, some medication, it goes bad if it's not refrigerated.
Yeah.
If you had to leave your house in a hurry, you can take your medication with you, or you cannot afford it, or you don't have enough. The Red Cross at the shelters will help you replace also certain medical devices and eyeglasses as well. So if you are in that situation where you do need help with your prescription, make sure you contact the Red Cross or go to one of their shelters. They have people there to help you.
And of course, you don't have to be in the shelter. All you have to do is try to contact, and I'm sure first come, first serve.
Yes, but they're really trying to get to everybody right now.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now, when we talk about assistance that's out there, anything else that people need to know about, obviously before FEMA is available, you may want to compile a list of things that you've lost.
Absolutely.
That way you can get an average of how much damage you have had monetarily when it comes to what you've lost during Beryl.
Yeah, before you throw anything out, make sure that you document it. If you had not taken pictures before, take pictures now. You may have insurance that will come through, or FEMA may help you as well. Now, there's one more thing that is worth mentioning. The phone companies. AT&T is helping individuals. So if you have a limited plan and you go over your limit, they are not going to charge you. So that is very helpful. I called T-Mobile. They didn't really say that whether they had a special program or not. They said on a case-by-case basis. And I have
we'll
T-Mobile.
let you know, Lucy.
I know. Case-by-case basis. Just, But look, Verizon.
It wouldn't help. It wouldn't hurt to ask.
I mean, sure, you should ask. You should ask the power company. You should ask the cable. You should ask the phone companies. But look, Verizon, it's going to credit your bill for data, phone and SMS text messages between July 8th and I think the 15th or the 17th. You don't
Is
even,
that when we didn't have service?
I know, right? So you don't even have to call them.
Right.
They're just going to adjust your bill if you are in one of the counties that were affected. And there was a huge list of counties. So I'm really happy about that.
And also when we have disasters, we hear from credit card companies as well and your mortgage company saying,
that's right,
if you've suffered a loss, but you have to wait for that,
yes,
or at least check in with them, right?
Yeah, you have to call them and ask for it. And not everybody will help. It's like also depends on the company. Some will, some won't. I wish, eventually I'm going to make a list of the companies that are helping and the ones that are not helping. Because next time we have a disaster, which we will.
Yeah, we will.
We'll at least have like a list of businesses that are helping and are not helping. So I'll work on that.
All right. Lucy Petry, always some great information from you. And thank you for joining us here on The Factor.